So I was just thinking about this, but I think it's about time I discuss my feelings about the Nintendo Switch 2 and its Nintendo Direct being just about 2 weeks away now. Here are my thoughts. Let's get into it. Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Sam Nova 198 again, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2, what my predictions for it are, and what some of my hopes are for it. Right, and just overall a couple of things to discuss about with the coming Switch 2 Nintendo Direct that's happening in a couple weeks. And firstly, what I want to discuss about the Nintendo Switch 2 is how they sort of revealed it. Now, the Nintendo Switch 2 was it kind of became like Grand Theft Auto 6 in a little bit because every time I heard there was new information coming about the Switch 2, I was always like, is it real? And almost none of it was true. And it kind of became like Nintendo's Grand Theft Auto 6, how everybody was thinking, oh, we're gonna get the Switch 2 this year. And for a while, it was very much like that. A lot of people, myself included, were wondering, what's Nintendo's next console gonna be? Is it gonna be the Switch 2? Is it gonna be a whole new idea? And I think a lot of people's predictions were right. This Nintendo Switch 2 got revealed back in January. Well, actually, it got leaked sort of in a way at a convention. I don't know which one it was, but it got shown off. Images leaked online, and then Nintendo, I guess, was just tired of people constantly screaming to see the Switch 2, so they released a video in January pretty much revealing the Switch. It was a very simple reveal, nothing too crazy, because I guess they wanted to save they wanted to keep their cards close to their chest, and then in April do a full showing reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2. Because I really do feel like, I think someone said this about that reveal, it felt like something to keep people happy, because I think everybody and their mother were getting pretty impatient with the Switch 2. Like, people were like, are we going to see this thing this year? When are we going to see it? Is it going to come out this year? Is that just a ruse? Are we not going to get it this year? And a lot of people were feeling that way, and I can understand why. I mean, the Nintendo Switch is 8 years old now. It's starting to the game support is starting to dry up, even in first party, not just third party. The first party is definitely drying up, and you could kind of tell that. I mean, last year we did have stuff like Super Mario and Luigi Brothership. We had Mario Wonder a couple years ago, but I was saying in 2023, I think in the next year or two we would get the Switch 2, and I was correct. We are getting the Switch 2 this year, and when I watched the reveal, it was cool. It was very simple. It definitely, like I said earlier, felt like they're keeping their cards close to their chest here. But I thought it was a pretty cool reveal. We got our first look at what seems to be Mario Kart 9, which that's a long time. That's been a long time coming. Maybe that'll be a launch title. That's my theory. And if I'm being quite honest, I thought the reveal was good. It was pretty simple, bold, nothing too huge. We did get our first look at Mario Kart 9, but that was about it. I will say I'm not going to show any pictures of the Switch because I'm a little worried about copyright and how Nintendo will react. But I think the reveal for the console was pretty interesting. I think the look of the Switch is much more unique. I wonder if they're going to fix the dock, because I've always felt the dock was a little underwhelming. It's just a piece of plastic with a couple of like wires in it. And I guess you could say that about all consoles, but I remember the original Switch dock was always really, really bad. I didn't think it was terrible, but I always thought it was very boring and nothing really special about it. I think the Switch OLEDs is better, which I have an OLED. But one thing I noticed about the Switch 2 is they're fixing the kickstand, which on the original Switch, my kickstand broke. I'm going to be real with you guys. I hated the Nintendo Switch's kickstand. I thought it was way too small and it did not have enough support, and trying to play it and get on a table was ultimately impossible. I like the improvement they had with the Switch OLED, how it felt more sturdier and more easier to hold. Because I would play sometimes, I think I was playing Mario Kart, or not Mario Kart, Mario Party Jamboree. I think I just had an aneurysm trying to say that, but I really think that was a good improvement on the Switch OLED. It was having a new kickstand. The new screen looked nice as well. Well, which makes me wonder with the Switch 2, will it have a simple, like, not a LCD screen, or will it have an OLED screen? It's kind of been a big question people have had the last couple of months, and that's one of mine. I am looking forward to the Switch 2. I want to say that, I don't know if I said that, but I think the Switch 2, it has a lot of potential. And I remember when the first Switch came out, I was kind of wondering, what are they going to do? Is it going to be like, is not going to have that much third-party support? And then Nintendo that year came swinging with having stuff like Doom. Like, when Doom 2016 was on the Switch, and yes, that port only ran at 30, it was still a really impressive port. 30 frames per second, it was honestly a pretty solid thing to see. And the fact that I could play Doom 2016, one of the best first-person shooters out there, on the go, was pretty freaking awesome, honestly. I was blown away at how good that port was. I never finished it on the Switch, but it was pretty good. And hell, the Switch had a ton of great games on there as well, and I hope that library, or the amount of quality that was on the Switch 1 goes to the Switch 2. Because the Switch 2, or the original Switch, which my mistake, had so many great games. You had Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Astral Chain, Metroid Dread, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Luigi's Mansion 3, Metroid Dread, Astral Chain, Bayonetta 3. There were so many great games on the Switch, and I'm really hoping Nintendo knocks it out of the park this time around. Maybe in the future I'll do a top 10 best games that were on my favorite games on the Switch. It's just kind of insane to think that the Switch had a long life like this, and I am very curious to see if the Switch 2 will be as successful. It's probably going to sell a lot. I know that for sure. Like, the Switch 1 was a huge success, and I'm definitely curious to see what they do with the Switch 2. I do have my things that I want to see for it. For example, I wanted to see backwards compatibility for the Switch, and for the Switch 2 with Switch games, and thankfully that's happening. I'm very much looking forward to that. Another thing I am hopeful to see is they improve the eShop. I've always felt the Nintendo Switch eShop was not good, and since it launched, it never improved. It's still buggy and sort of filled with shuffleware, but that's any console. But those are my thoughts about the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm very excited for it. I might do a predictions video of what we'll see at the Switch 2 reveal event, the Nintendo Direct they're doing. I have a couple of things. I think Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, which is my most anticipated game of the year, I think that might be a launch title for the Switch 2, and it might be on Switch 1 as well. But if I'm being real, when they showed Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, did not look like it was running on an ordinary Switch. So we'll definitely have to wait and see. So let me know what you guys think about the Switch 2 in the comments. Are you excited for it? Are you hyped for it like I am? Let me know. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Make sure to like and subscribe, and goodbye.